what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA King Kong figure. Now I must admit this figure was a surprise to me, and it's a surprise because it's actually based on the original King Kong film from 1933. And I did get to see that recently, like in the theaters. I think it was like last year. It was like a Phantom event, if I can remember correctly. I went to go see it, But yeah, I was surprised that they actually did one based on the original Kong film. I could see like the more recent, like American type, I know he is American, but the more like recent type ones, that's connected to like the gods of the films, like that MonsterVerse thing, I could see they had done one based on that, But I was surprised that they actually are doing one based on the very original one from 1933. So that was kind of a surprise. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into this right now. As you can see, this is the actual box that contains the King Kong figure. Has an image of him. Now, one of the things I do notice about it, being that the film was black and white, I must admit that's there. You're so used to seeing like it being black and white, So I won't be surprised if they actually did like one that's like black and white, or it seemed like it should have been like that, Now, another thing I do notice, let me see. Another thing I do notice too about this is that I guess that was how Kong actually looked it too, like brownish. I didn't know he was actually that color. Now it does say this includes interchangeable head and hands. And of course when you open it, you can see them inside the box too. And there's like a nice shot of them right there. So we'll open this up. This is the background diorama that comes with the Godzilla figure. Okay, as you can see, this here is the NECA King Kong figure. I must admit, I'm having trouble getting him to stay there. I couldn't even put him on a stand because the way his feet are. And I didn't want to, like, break it. So I'm going to just measure him right quick. Let's see. He's like over 8 inches, too, in height. So I guess what I do now is talk about the articulation and the likeness to the character. Now I must admit, this is an awesome face sculpt for King Kong. It really does look like the film. If anything, like I said, it has color to it, so that's what kind of throws it off. But I think they did a pretty good job on that. And I bet that probably was where his scars really were too, like on his chest. I can't remember it that well, Now one thing I do notice, his feet, for my opinion, are kind of bad. You probably have to actually bend his knees to actually get him to stand, so I'm going to see if I can do that in the end. But he is painted all like in this brownish black color too, so I think that's kind of interesting. Like I said, now I can see how he really did. I guess assuming this is how it did look, Now Kong's arms can go up kind of tight, but it can't like go out like that. And he does have a bend at the elbow. I think he has like a double joint too, but you can't bend the arms. So you can't like get him in these kind of poses. The head has like a pivot too. You can like turn it like that and so on. He can even like look up too. He can look all the way up like that. So I think that's kind of cool that they did that. And he can look down too, somewhat. He can split. So he does have like a good split. Then the knees can, I think he has articulation in them. Yeah, you can't bend like Kong's like knees, so he does have like a bend in the knee. I think that's probably I'm going to have to be how to pose him too, from what I've been seeing. I do notice I got that foot kind of down somewhat. But I do still think it's kind of stiff though. Looks like it's hard to get this other foot kind of down, to get him to stand. So he might topple over. But the alternate accessories that he does have are like a left and right hand. And you can tell these are like just open hands. And here's like his alternate head, like the angry head. So there's no question I'll probably display him with this one, because you can see the mouth is really open, the teeth are really out. You can even see like his tongue. Now, one of the things I must admit, they should have like some, I feel like they could have had like a Fay Ray like figure, you know, with like a little accessory that you could put in his hand, or already had like a hand with her like built into it, so like he's holding her. That would have been so awesome, you know, like the Ann Darrow character, I think that's what her name was. I think that would have been cool if they had included like at least an accessory like that, like the woman, you know, you could have her like in his hand or so on. But then I think it's a great figure. It looks good. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised that we got this, but my problem with it right now is I'm having trouble getting it to stand, you know. But I think it's okay though. It's a pretty great figure. Okay, there's the NECA King Kong figure. Now this is based on the original King Kong film from 1933. Like I said, it's still a surprise to me that NECA would do a King Kong figure based on King Kong from like the very original one. So that kind of was a throw off. Now I think the likeness to him is pretty good. If anything, you would expect this to be like a black and white figure, being that the film was in black and white, you know. But I think they did like a color version of it too, if I'm not mistaken. But you can't see how, I guess this is how he really did look, like the model or whatever they use, you know, for like stop motion effects. I'm assuming that it was like a brownish black, like a gorilla or ape type, you know, model. I'm assuming. Now I must admit, I cannot really get him to stand at all. I think I had to probably mess with like his articulation a little better, like the feet and so on. And then he'll probably stand like a little better, you know. And I do believe they should have gave us like an accessory of like a Ann Darrow, like Fay Ray. They should have gave us like at least her like in his hand, even like already sculpted or built into his hand, like an alternate hand for actually built into it. I think that would be much better for the figure and it would have been more awesome if we had her. They could have easily put that in her hand, his hand, you know. But they might do more of these like down the line, you know. But other than that, I guess I would recommend it, but be prepared that you probably won't be able to stand unless you're a person that's like, is good at standing like your figures. So yeah, this is the NECA King Kong figure. I think it's a great figure. It just doesn't stand, for my opinion, you know, that well. But anyway, please leave a comment and subscribe to it as well.